Okay, y'all, buckle up because this is going to be a doozy. Hey everyone, this is KK All Night and welcome back or welcome to my channel. Here I focus on style, fashion, and outfit inspiration with a heavy emphasis on the outfit inspiration. If those sound like things that are interesting to you, please comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you never miss an upload. This is a Wednesday upload, which are typically going to be recent things into my wardrobe or maybe musings I have about the fashion industry. But this is a thrift haul. I recently went to Florida, and what did I do while I was there? I thrifted. I went to 3 Goodwills, 1 like church thrift store, and Plato's. Plato's, I feel like, is more for the younger crowd. I don't typically thrift there. I find them very expensive, but I did find a few good pieces. So I have over 30 plus pieces, and so I was wondering how can I organize it? Not that you guys will care, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do dresses and tops first. Then I'm going to move to pants. Then I'm going to do sets and jumpsuits and accessories. And I'm going to finish with the only 3 new purchases that I got. And all those purchases were from the outlet stores, but they were new. They were not thrifted. So let me jump right into it. First, I just have on this jumpsuit. I've had it for ages. It was either Amazon or TJ Maxx, but it's actually long and it's giving like hammer pants. And I've just tucked it in to make it a little bit shorter, a little bit cute. It does have pockets which have come out. So let me tuck those back in. And I just have a gray t-shirt underneath that is the same color. Anytime you want a low effort but maximum return, put on a pretty lip color. Here it's this kind of shimmery purple. Red also works. That's a great color if you want low effort with maximal effect. So let's get into this first item. This was from the church outlet. I've never heard of this company, UBU. It was $5. It's a medium, and I wasn't sure I was going to be able to fit it, but I do. But it's not like a dress on me. It's more like a long jacket. I love the fact that it's plaid. I love the fact that it's purple. You could tell that it's a quality piece because the plaid on the back is lining up. I love this ruffle detail. It buttons. Definitely going to have to wear some type of shirt underneath. I could wear it as a dress. I absolutely could. I'd probably put a bodysuit with some leggings or stockings and high heels underneath, or I could just wear it as a jacket. It paired great with some jeans. If I wanted to wear it to the office, I would keep everything else very minimal because of this high fluffy neck, as well as the sleeves and the ruffle at the hem. So I would probably pair it with either purple or perhaps gray tone pants. This dress, this is so fly. I typically steer away from anything that is this jersey knit material and the gatherings. I don't know. A lot of people say it is great at camouflaging the midsection, but I've just never felt for it. But y'all, this was a stunner. I felt like an eagle in it. So I've left the tags on everything. I haven't laundered anything yet. This was $10. That's a splurge for me. You know, Goodwill has a color of the week, which was also how they did it down in Florida, and it was yellow. So this was not half off. This was a straight 10. But when I tried it on, since I had gotten so many other good deals, I said, you know what, I really like it. I'm going to go for it. Obviously, this is faux leather. Again, jersey knit material. I believe that's probably polyester, but I love it. If in between the time that I'm making this video and I actually upload it, if I've tried on any of these and have a fit for it, I will put it in the cutaway. This is from a company called Good Time, which I have never heard of. These 2 vests, you know, it's funny how sometimes you will just pick up the same thing. They are very similar. Obviously, the difference being this plaid is kind of on a bias cut with the orange, and this is just the brown and the tan. Preston and York is the one that's 100% silk, and this one, this is from a brand called Cream Mule. It sounds French. I don't recognize it. Yeah, this one was polyester. Finding a vest that fits across my bosom is hard, and both of these look so cute, so I was very happy to have both of them. This one was $5.99. Y'all see those bees? We about to have a time. And the silk one was also $5.99. Neither of them were yellow. Just a tip, if you are into thrifting and going to Goodwill, obviously the best day to go is going to be on Sunday when they flip those tags over. After that, throughout the week, you're probably not going to get many yellow tags, but you can still find a bunch of great deals there. My next top, oh, this was adorable. is a bubble hem, one shoulder kind of tank top situation. This was $5.99. It is so cute. I look for things that just look unusual. The texture may catch my attention. The color may catch my attention. This is from a brand called Intro. Again, $6. This is cute. I most likely will definitely have a fit for that to show you guys in the cutaway before I post. Now, what caught me on this initially first was the texture and then all the fun colors. This is perfect for spring, but I would totally wear it in the winter and the fall as well. This is DKNY, which is a quality brand. This was $6. I would potentially wear this like with a bodysuit underneath, a button-down shirt underneath, a turtleneck underneath, and obviously pulling in the peach or the pink and the yellow and the light blue, but then you could wear it with your neutrals, that being a navy blue, a gray, a black, or a white. Now, Alfani is also a brand that I really enjoy. I believe it's Nordstrom's, and usually these cutout shoulders for me don't work just because I like to have a bra on, and obviously you can't hide the bra with straps. If you're wearing this, you would need to wear a tube top, but this is so cute. I would definitely wear like another tank top underneath. I would be okay with that. It's almost a dress length. I love the unique colors in it. I love the unique pattern. Like I said, Alfani, this was $8, which I must have really liked that $8. I guess I did. It's a polyester blend. I was willing to pay the $8 because of the brand. That's probably what caught me. This shirt, I don't know why it just spoke to me. It's not a particular brand that I'm familiar with. Dokotu. In fact, I think it's just one of those random brands you can find on Amazon. But I loved the stripes with this detail of the red collar. The red collar actually reads orange depending upon which you have it with. And you have to be careful when you get t-shirt type material that the t-shirt part is not stretched out. This is a polyester blend, and I paid $5.99, so $6 for it. And hold on, let me show you what I'm talking about by how this collar can read two different colors. Okay, I'm not doing the pants part of the review yet, but just real quickly. You can see right here, I hope it's showing up, that these are actually two different colors. This is a orangey red, but it is definitely more red than these pants, which are orange. But both pair so well with the shirt. So first, we have these leopard pants with the stripe down the side, and you can see you have a print mixing moment with that. The colors match with the tan and the black, but then you have that pop of red on the side of the pants as well as in the shirt, and that's why those two go so well together. But then these orange linen pants look just as cute, and I believe there's enough of a separation with the collar at the top that you could wear these two together and nobody's going to question, oh, is that orange, is that red? And again, I got all these while I was thrifting. So, you know, when you see a piece, they always say make sure you can wear it 3 ways. At this point, with the size of my wardrobe, that's going to be the case all the time. But then it's an extra bonus when you're thrifting and you find things as you're thrifting that you know will go with the pieces that you're thrifting. You know, I love an Ankara print piece of clothing. Mostly, I will find maxi skirts. Every so often, I find a pants set or a pants, but a lot of times they don't fit. But I loved this shirt. It's giving a little baby doll effect. I have to be careful with baby dolls. Sometimes it will give pregnant vibes, but the way that you get away from that is if you have a wide leg pant with something like that, it's going to balance you out, at least my body type out. So this is the front, and you can tell because it has a cute little bow right there. This is 100% cotton, and it was $7. I love the colors in it. So obviously navy blue, royal blue, that chartreuse yellow, orange, white, black, all those colors would match with this shirt. I really like this shirt. I have this navy and green plaid tartan shirt. It is a very popular plaid pattern or color combination to have. This is Ann Taylor. It was $9, but this is yellow tag, so I actually paid $4.50 for it. I have a skirt, these same colors. It's plaid, but the plaid on the skirt is much bigger. When I wore it, I actually wore it with a pajama bottom top. They matched almost perfectly. The top was on a bias. The skirt was regular, but this caught my eye because I figured I could specifically wear it with that as well. But, you know, I just like this kind of preppy vibe. And so this was a cute shirt that you could pair with lots of things. It's thin enough that I could wear it in the spring, but also obviously in the fall and winter, and just maybe pair a little tank top underneath if I thought I was going to be cold. I love the velvet detail here at the collar, and it is also at the wrist. It has this little button with the little flutter sleeves, so I thought that was pretty cute. This is 100% rayon. So just for style reference, guys, I am typically large to extra large. My pants, some 12s, but mostly 14s and 16s. I'm 5'6", and my current weight is 175. This was giving me Gucci vibes, and I just fell in love with it. But it was full price at $12.99, so $13, y'all. Y'all know I was just in love with this to have gotten it. I like the gold button on the sleeves, and I thought if I don't get it, I'm going to regret it. It's Ann Taylor, and it's a medium. So here's the other thing. If you see something that catches your eye, look at it. Easy ways to tell if it's going to fit you for a shirt. You take the side seam, place it on one side of your chest, and do the same with the other. If it fits and touches, then chances are you are going to be able to wear it. With your pants, take the neckline and put it around your neck. If they touch, you should be able to wear it. Someone also said that with pants, if you can fit this portion of your elbow to your hand in the waist area, that you should be able to fit it. So like this, and obviously, which I can, these stretch. So they said if you could do that, you should be able to fit it. So that's if you're somewhere they don't have a dressing room, you don't have a bodysuit on underneath that you could test it out, and you want to kind of get an idea if you could wear it. When I thrift, always wear a bodysuit because you just never know. A lot of places, their return policy is either you get return for credit that you have to use that day, or you can't return it. So, you know, just like when you buy things in a regular store, at least for me, I want to be sure that I like them. I do admit in a regular store, I might be more apt to get a few sizes. I can get home and test them because I know I can bring them back. But generally speaking, you know, it's better if you don't have to take your things back. So the next shirt is Alfred Dunner. That is also a quality designer. This is sheer, guys. I don't know if that's coming up, and I love all the details of the different animal prints. I don't even know how I would describe this, but I just think it is so gorgeous. It is button down. This is rayon and polyester and linen blend. This was $7, but a yellow ticket, y'all, so it was $3.50. So you know that was a keeper. Y'all, I just stopped recording, but I think what I was saying was, if you can notice, there's a pattern on the back, kind of like bands of pattern. You have this with more sheer part to it. This is kind of the leopard part. This is kind of Aztec-y up here. And then on the bottom, they have these stripes. So love this shirt down. I mean, there's really so many ways to wear this. This kind of sheer color even reads as olive green. So it like look great with olive green, any of your brown tones, as well as black. Excited to style this. You could even wear it open as a jacket if you wanted to wear like some little chino shorts underneath, a white tank or a brown tank, and wear this as your jacket. It reminds me of a old school designer, Forenza, I think it was, and I had a striped shirt that was pink. It wasn't this neon like highlighter color, but it just reminded me of this. This is 100% cotton. So many ways I could wear it. I was even thinking of folding a sweater over it to give a very preppy look. This is a New Day, which is the retailer I'm not currently shopping at, but this was thrifted, $4.39. It's an extra large, maybe with some white linen pants. It would look great. And you might think this color would be hard to style, but really you just pair it with a neutral black pants, white pants, gray pants. It's all going to look really cute. You can also tell this is actually well made because the stripes on the pocket line up with the rest of the shirt. I think I said this was cotton, but let's check to be sure. It feels like cotton. Yeah, it's a cotton blend. The best blend for me is like when it's like 95% cotton and 5% spandex, because then it has just that little bit of stretch that you need, but it's quality material. So this is Chico's. Now, I have never shopped in store in Chico's, but I get their things thrifted all the time. This was $10, but a yellow tag, so I paid $5 for it. It's the infamous quarter zip, which is so in style now. Typically, this would just be a little bit conservative for me, but I love the white on the top with this kind of circular detail that transitions to the navy. And that circular detail is also down here on the navy. I'm not sure that it's coming through. This is a, you know, Chico's sizes go like 1, 2, 3. They're really weird. This is a 0. It says small, but trust me, it did not fit as a small. I would still wear this in spring. Like today would have been a perfect day for it. This is rayon, nylon, and polyester. The other thing you should always check when you're thrifting is how you launder your items. If you're not a big dry clean person and everything you're pulling up is dry clean, you have to realize that's an added expense. Some things that say dry clean, you can either put in the dryer and use those special sheets to clean. You can hand wash, but you have to be careful because you do not want to mess up your clothing because you laundered it wrong. This Karl Lagerfeld duster. This was literally a last minute purchase. I was going through my things, getting ready to check out, and I saw this, and what caught me was the Karl Lagerfeld on the sleeves. I grabbed it, and then I thought I misplaced it. I was like, maybe I hung it up and someone took it. So when I went to check out, it was like all the way at the bottom of my pile. It is a small, but it fits. This one I will try on for you. And that's what I'm saying. If you see something that isn't your size, but is something that speaks to you, you should try it. And the reason this fits is because it is a knit fabric. So I love this duster. I love the Karl Lagerfeld on the side. You could even do a brooch if you just wanted to keep it closed right here. I mean, obviously with jeans, with a bodysuit, are there pockets? There's no pockets, but I'm okay with that. So let's see what the composition on this is. And this was yellow tag, $14.90, so $15. Yellow tag, so I paid $75. It's an extra small, y'all. So again, try the things on just to see, because you never know. This is viscose and rayon. I know a lot of the mid-tier luxury designers are using those two materials a lot because they have the look and feel of both silk and cotton. So those are all the tops with everything that I purchased, not including the 3 new items. Like from the outlet stores, I spent $265. So if you're keeping a tally on everything, I think we can both agree that it is a pretty good deal. Okay, y'all, I am back with pants. I had my little jumper tucked in, but I took it out because it just kept falling out. Before, I think that was 15 shirts. So for my pants, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10, and I like to put them out color coordinated so I can kind of see what vibe I was feeling. And it looks like I was feeling a lot of neutrals. As you can see here, a lot of wide leg. If one thing you know about me, I love a wide leg because I have a larger area at top. I'm top heavy. The wide legs always balance me out. Skinny jeans were never my thing. I remember being so disappointed trying to find unique wide leg pants, jeans, and everything was just skinny jeans, skinny jeans. But you know, you make it work. You do what you have to do. So I have also included accessories in this part of the video. So we'll start out. I have been looking for a red tie. I only thrift my ties and I only get silk ties. This tie you can see has a satin and plain finish with the stripes, but it is red. There was another tie that was plain red, which was a little bit more toward what I wanted. But as you can see, this was a yellow tag. It was $4, which means I was supposed to pay $2 for it. I think they actually charged me $3, but I'm okay with that because I also got this little bow tie. It had a tag on it, and I thought it was like $5, but she only ended up charging me like $3 for it, so I was okay with that. And I just thought this was so cute to be a little design element. You could wear it front, you could wear it sideways. It's also silk in so many colors that you can pull in the black, the blues. This is like a yellowish, but it's also giving brown. So essentially, any tone, whether that was the browns or the blacks, you could pull in with this bow tie. So I thought that was cute. I have one other bow tie and it's like a baby pink. So very happy with that addition. Now I have also been trying to beef up my baseball cap collection. I get them based on the color. It really has nothing to do with the team. It does have something to do with what it says on the front because I don't want just anything like from a car dealership or a location that I've never visited or never wanted to visit. But anyway, I got this nice maroon one, which is Converse. I have a hat form that I use with my hats. I put this on the hat form. I wash it. Sometimes with my thrift store items, I will double wash them, but that's how I sanitize my things. You could also spray the inside of your baseball caps with alcohol, let it air dry out in the sun. The sun does wonders for sanitizing things. So let's get on to the pants. I have several faux leather items in here. I don't know what was going on. I guess it was just my time. First, this lovely deep burgundy pair of pants. Y'all, this is a jogger set. And even just right here, look at that. We got a cute little set right there. You put it on with a shirt, maybe one of the ones that I have recently thrifted. Or you know what? Hold on one second. Okay, y'all. The cap and these vegan leather joggers, 9 West. There was also a black pair, but I have plenty of actually real leather pants. They're not jogger style, but they are a little bit more straight leg. So I figured I didn't need both pair, especially based on what else I got. But look, watch this. The Karl Lagerfeld duster. There's the outfit. The Chico's cream and navy sweater. That's really cute. There's an outfit, and not a color combo most would put together. Another combo most wouldn't put together, but how cute is that? Think of that bubble hem, one shoulder shirt with the joggers and the cap. And y'all, these are just things that I have recently purchased. I haven't even got into styling it with the things in my closet. That Alfred Dunner kind of sheer and print shirt situation. Another cute moment. Adding the baseball cap makes all these fits much more casual. And last but certainly not least, my Gucci-esque inspired shirt from Ann Taylor. That burgundy in there is pulled in. What a cute fit. Now, given how it feels right now today, this might be a little much because this is long sleeve. And you know that faux leather has that kind of inside that sometimes people think gets really hot. So I would pair this. Definitely still wear it in the spring. Maybe not the dead of summer when it's 90 degrees, but definitely in the spring, but have like a short sleeve or a tank top on. So you see all those fits I just made out of that hat and these pants. And you know, so for me, these pants would be a basic. Some folks may not think it is a basic because of the color, but this really is a neutral, this deep burgundy color here. I know for a while, everybody was on the deep burgundy tip. I don't know if now it's out of fashion, but for me, I buy things that I like, not because it's on trend. And, you know, honestly, when I look at all the things that I thrifted, you can see that, you know, I'm not a basic. I'm definitely not a minimalist. If this was a minimalist, there would be a lot less pattern, a lot less color. Like a minimalist would pick out something like this baby blue, these pair pants, and maybe the neutral tones on the end, but that's not just what I gravitate toward. So next we have this linen pair of orange pants. I'm thinking, you know, when I saw these, I was like, I think I have an orange pair, but they're more cargo style. This is a little bit dressier in my opinion. This is from the retailer that I'm not currently shopping at, but I figure if it's thrifted, then I'm not getting it from there. This is a linen blend, linen and rayon. These aren't skinny. These are more straight leg. And as Sharon from Ageless Restyling would say, you can go up a size or two. That can work. But what's not going to work is if it's too small. I'm just looking at the pants now, and I'm noticing, I don't know if that's just dust from where I dropped it, but that's the other thing you have to think about. When you thrift clothes, you know, they're not new. So if you really like it and maybe a button's missing, you have to decide whether you're willing to make some adjustments to the item for the price and for what you're getting. For some people, they're not. But have I purchased things that needed some edits or some correcting? Yes. Sometimes the little hook for the zipper has been missing, buttons have been missing, but those have all been fixable.
I forgot to talk about these pants when I was recording. I have been looking at a similar style on Shein. I love the leopard with the detail of the red, but I was too cheap to pay the $10 or $15. I found them at the thrift store for under $10. It's a no-name online retailer, and not only did it pair well with that striped shirt, it also looked great with the Karl Lagerfeld long line sweater. It's a polyester blend, and polyester isn't my favorite, but I think these hang quite nicely, and they also will be easy to launder.
Worthington, which is a J.C. Penney brand. This is a great quality brand. I have several pants from them. These are a 16. I think a 14 would have fit me better, but they just hang a little bit lower. These are nylon and viscose. But look at that. You could certainly wear these into the office, but easy to dress down because they are giving that like chambray denim effect because of the color of the pant. And then I have another blue navy pair of wide leg pants. And what stuck out to me about this was how wide leg they are in addition to the pattern. This is a 14, which is my size. And the composition of this one is polyester and spandex. These are Chico's. These were $13, but half off, so $6.50. When you touch it, it's not that cheap feeling polyester. And if you look, you can see even they have that like cream plaid, but there's also like a little black plaid in there that I hadn't even noticed. So enjoying that. I don't think I told you the price on the other ones. The light blue denim pants these were $10 with half off. So those were $5. These were $4.19. They're from Anthropologie. What stood out to me was the pattern and then how wide leg these are. Now I tried these on. I tried them on twice and I was like, they're cute, but I just didn't know. But I had several people as I was trying them on in the store come up to me and say how cute they thought they were. And I have to admit that did sway my mind. That and the fact that they were only $4.19. Okay, here are two pairs of pants, and you may be saying, oh, those are the same pair. They are similar, but what's different is the texture. So let's start with this pair. This is another pair of faux leather pants. I love the wide legs. These were actually from Play-Doh. Their clearance section down there was half off, so these were clearance at $10, so I paid $5. Love the wide leg effect, especially with the vegan leather. The other pair are definitely winter appropriate. These are faux suede, but what I love about them is this shearling lining that they have inside. It goes all the way down. I love the wide leg on this pant. It was $10, yellow tag, so 5 off. I couldn't find a tag on these. It has a tag that says large, but I have to investigate because I don't know quite how I'm going to wash these. I will probably end up putting them in the delicate cycle, but these were $9.99, so I got them for $5. Now, as I was taking them to check out, actually I think these are supposed to be vegan leather, but as I was taking them to check out, I noticed, I don't know what this is on it, but I think when I launder it, it will be fine. And even if it's not, it's near the pocket and whatever shirt I have on is probably going to cover it. So again, that's an example of how sometimes there might be little things wrong with your item and you just have to decide if you're willing for the price to put in some extra effort to fix it. Now my last pair, what a great find. Another pair of faux leather pants, wide leg with the attached belt. It's actually a faux belt. It attaches right here and does not go all the way around. But y'all, these are Marc Jacobs. Yes, ma'am. They were $10. Now, I paid the full $10 for this. And I know people are looking like, $10, that's nothing. But, you know, when you're a heavy thrifter, $10 is expensive, at least to me. Love these down. One of my favorite pairs that I got on this haul. I would definitely wear these in the spring, maybe not dead of summer. But I have some thoughts on how I'm going to style these. These would be great for a brunch or a dinner. And I envision it with a little tank top with some type of extra fun special detail. Definitely with some jewelry to bring out the gold that's in the belt buckle. Okay, you guys, we are in the final stretches. Here we have sets and jumpers. Now, I will say everything that I have shown you is from the Goodwill, with the exception of the shoes that I'm going to go over, these caramel wide leg faux leather pants, and this Who What Wear set that I am going to get to. Those items were Plato's Closet. Everything else was Goodwill. Oh, I lied. And that purple plaid dress with the ruffles that I showed you, that was from the church thrift store, as well as the maroon Converse hat. A lot of times you will find things with tags still on, which means maybe someone purchased them and they couldn't return it, but they never wore it. Maybe they purchased it, forgot about it in the closet, and now it's too big or too small. Or they have something called dead stock, which is where company has clothes that just don't sell, and then they will donate them. So here you can see wide leg, tag still on. I just wanted to show you that. But also, a few other sets we could wear. We could totally put this DKNY tank top with these Worthington pants. If you're into print mixing, you could also pair it with these floral pants. These are the Anthropologie pants. If I was doing this, I would probably pair some pale yellow shoes or pink shoes, and then my accessories would be the opposite. So if I had the pale yellow shoes, I would wear maybe some pink earrings, and conversely, if I went with pink shoes, maybe some pale yellow earrings or bracelet. And then I had mentioned that I would wear my faux leather in the spring and summer as well, and this would be the perfect way to pair it with this little tank. You just put a tank top under it because of the mesh or the wide knitting on it. And these wide legs with some little sandals. What a cute little fit. So now I'm going to do some jewelry and some shoes. First, these Crocs are so freaking adorable. Pink is my favorite color, like fuchsia, hot pink, baby pink, bubblegum pink. I love pink. These are so cute. Y'all, they were $14. It is a stretch for me, but I love them. And the fact that they were Crocs, this says 6.5. I am a solid 7. Sometimes I can wear 6.5 up to 8, 8.5, especially in luxury designer brands. But y'all, let me step back. How cute. It gives you height, but you're not on a heel, so it's not that same pressure. I love the multiple straps in the front. You could wear it to the beach. Love these down. Then the other pair. So for me, I usually do not thrift non-name brand shoes. And it's not because I'm stuck on a name brand. It's because I know those name brands are quality. And I don't play when it comes to my feet and being comfortable. But every once in a while, there comes a brand where I will make an exception. A lot of times for my over-the-knee boots, I have purchased a couple of Fashion Nova and a no-name brand because, one, they're over the knee. If I was to get the brand name of those, it would be insanely expensive. And for the amount of times I would wear them in the year, I don't know that they would be worth that investment. Although I have purchased luxury brand boots that I only do wear a couple of times a year, but they are truly works of art. And I could just sit there and have them displayed on my shelf and look at them, and I truly would be happy. But I digress. Here we have these rainbow shoes. I don't know this company, POP. I just thought they were so cute, the metallic rainbow. You have yellow, blue, green, purple, and I like that they're not actually in the rainbow color. And then again, I love this hot pink color on the bottom. They don't even really look like they have been worn. How I clean my shoes, I either take a Lysol wipe or alcohol spray and spray the inside, and then I'll do Lysol on the bottom, and then I sun them. I said it before, I'll say it again. I feel like sunning kills germs, sanitizes things. So anyway, these were 10. In the regular thrift store, I don't know. I probably would have purchased both because I really like them. There was only 1 or 2 other pairs of shoes that I saw on this trip. One was a pair of leopard heels. I've been looking for a pair. The pair that I have is a size 8, and now my foot practically falls out of them. So I've been on the search for those, but you can typically find them. So I'm not willing to pay like 10, 15, 20 bucks for them. I think I can get a pair, snag something from under $10. But anyway, those are my 2 shoes. For my jewelry, y'all, I love these bracelets. I'm going to pop up a picture. I had on this outfit when I found these bracelets, and I was like, I got to get them. So the outfit has this chevron pattern, the zigzag pattern of the turquoise, the white, and the like corally color. So basically these 3 colors. I put these on immediately with my outfit. It couldn't have been more perfect. When I am going on a trip, I try to have somewhat of a color story. So maybe we were there 7 days. I probably had 8 or 9 outfits. At least half, maybe 3 of those was in the same color family, the turquoisey, corally cream color, so that you can interchange shoes and accessories and your purses. Y'all, when I tell you, these were originally $12.99, so $13. And the lady who was helping me, she's like, these have actually been here a while. Let me see if they'll discount them. And I got them for half off. What a score. Now, if I had just seen them for $6 or $7, I'd have been like, ooh, but I probably still would have gotten them just because it was such a great deal. Now, my other jewelry piece, I thought this was a little pricey too. It was $9. But y'all, it's a cameo. But look at it. It is an African woman. Her skin is chocolate. She has a bun. She has African features, and I love it down. I cannot wait to style it. Definitely going to do some type of stack with that. Okay, so first set, who, what, where. I've seen that before. I want to think it might be from the retailer I'm not shopping at. If I figure it out, I will put it on the cutaway. So I saw this, the jacket and this, and it said 2-piece on the tag, and it had $10. So I was like, y'all, I know this shirt and this jacket is not $10. It wasn't. The shirt was $10, but the shorts were $8. So for $18, and I really contemplated back and forth. A couple of things sold me. The fact that it is 100% cotton, the fact that I recognize the brand and I have something from the brand and it is good quality. The fact that this is a long shirt, button-down shirt, which could read jacket or shirt, and it's paired with shorts. Usually if it's long sleeve, you would be expected to be paired with pants. And so I thought that was a unique combination. Also, the fact that it is giving camo, but if you look closely, this is a floral print. It's leaves. And I love that. Definitely am definitely going to pair this jacket with my camo pants. Okay. And maybe the shorts with my camo jacket. So I just thought this was darling. The shirt is large and the pants are a 14. So even though it was a little bit pricey for what I wanted, I was happy with that. Next set. Again, y'all, at this point it's midweek, so I'm paying full price. But this is a Fashion Nova. Tag still on. They actually had a 1X and a 2X. I'm not quite sure if this was dead stock or what, but this is very popular. This satiny kind of the ribbed set. It comes in lots of colors. You got wide leg pants and then this button down. This is perfect for so many occasions. You'll see it on vacation a lot of times. I could definitely see wearing this to church, to a brunch, to dinner. I would wear this to work, probably on a Friday, or I would split it up and wear the pants maybe with a black top or the shirt with a black bottom. And actually, I was going to wear this set on vacation with these shoes, y'all. Look at that. If that is not a fit, a monochromatic girl, child. So I don't know if I mentioned this was $17 for the total fit. And another bonus is just wash on delicate cycle. I love a jumpsuit. I just think they're chic. But what I have never seen is a jumpsuit like pajama. And that's what this is. And it's Victoria's Secret. It's a large. I had to shimmy into it at the waist, but it was totally comfortable and it fit. But what I see this more is loungewear, or if I went on a girls trip, this is definitely something that I would wear. It is so cute. Like you could even almost wear it out. This was $15. It is a yellow tag, y'all. So I paid $7.50 for this. So very pleased with that. It's not a real belt because it only connects at the side. It's kind of like a faux belt and it's elastic in the back, which helps. Y'all, I have seen this Fashion Nova jumpsuit before. Maybe they were wide leg, maybe they had sleeves on it, but what I do recall are these open holes down the middle. This, again, tag still on, 1X. Now with Fashion Nova, I do find that I need to size up, but what they are good for is having a lot of stretch in their bodysuits. And this $9.99 yellow tag, y'all, I paid $5 for this. I am definitely gonna layer something underneath. Listen, it's gonna be fabulous. That's all I know. Maybe some boots, maybe a white button down. We'll see. But for $5, I wasn't going to pass up the styling challenge of this fit. Also, you'll notice the ribbing, the horizontal ribbing here, and then the vertical ribbing here. It's going to be fabulous. Trust me. The other thing I love a good like bodycon jumpsuit for is one, when I thrift, I wear it under my clothes or as part of my fit so that I have something against my body. But two, you just throw on a long line cardigan, you throw on a blazer, and you already have a fit. This is kind of, it's leggings, so it's going to fit close. So definitely would probably pair this with boots, either calf high, knee high, over the knee. If I was going to do a sporty look with this, I would just add some tennis shoes and maybe like balloony jackets. This little situation I actually was looking for in Shein. The cheapest I thought I saw I got down to was $15. Not this particular pattern per se, but I wanted something that had a pattern that was slightly sheer. Now this was $10 yellow, so I got it for $5. I love the pattern of neutrals with the zebra print. You'll see in the front there is this slit. So if I wore it front ways, I would put a tank top on. But how I envision this is with a long line blazer, maybe a long line cardigan. But I could also just wear it backward if I was concerned about that slit. The only thing about wearing your clothes backward is you have to be careful because they leave an extra allowance for your butt a lot of times in the back. So you don't want it to bag like weird. But very happy with this. And definitely this is a year-round thing that you could wear. Although if I wore it in winter, this is very thin. I might layer, for instance, that other bodysuit underneath of it. Actually, I would probably go with my silk thermals. If you guys don't get you a pair of silk thermals, I would highly recommend it because it's so thin, but it keeps you so warm. It's really great for layering. Now, the last piece is this Michael Kors jumpsuit. Y'all, I paid full price, a whole $15. Now, I am not usually a very minimal person, but I think this would look so chic. It has the gold buttons, and so obviously I would pair gold jewelry, maybe some gold flats or gold heels with it, and it's just one and done. Y'all, I just think it's so cute. The buttons have Michael Kors on them. This is, I think I said a large, but very baggy and roomy. You can fold up the sides and pin them up. So that is it for all of the clothes that I thrifted. I'm going to show you lastly these 3 other pieces which I got from the outlet, but I purchased them new. All right, down to my last 3 items. First is this Nautica sweatsuit. It is all white except for the blue Nautica and then the gray outline of the Nautica. Both the sweatshirt and the pants were half off, so I think this ended up being $35 and this was $30, regularly $70 and $60. I think at outlet places they always have that full price tag and it's always on sale no matter where you go, but I still thought this was a good price. But you could definitely tell the difference between outlet items and in-store items, I believe. A lot of times, first, this is a cotton blend. It's like 60% cotton, 40% polyester. So the weight of it is not as heavy as it would be if it was 100% cotton. Also, there are no pockets on the pants. These type of details cut down on the cost of production, which is why it is perhaps offered at a outlet store. I think I said the shirt was a 2XL and the pants were XL, so it's giving me that baggy fit and I absolutely love it. I am trying to have a collection of baseball caps in all different types of colors. I'm missing purple, so here I have this fun lavender one. This is Tommy Hilfiger. Price was $35, but it was on sale for $20. So I have this lavender one. I still want a deep purple one. So on this trip, I was able to get the lavender color and the maroon color. But then, y'all, the piece de resistance. Yes, you see it. Yes, you do. Now, I have an MCM pouch. I believe it is real, which I will be pairing with this. But this, y'all, I'm opening it for the first time with you. I haven't opened it since I purchased it. This shopper. Smells so good. It has a zipper. A lot of the times totes don't. They just have a button, but that prevents all your items from falling out. It has a 1-year warranty. Obviously comes with a dust bag and some material to help keep its shape, although I stuffed mine so it's full. It has this little stud detail. I like it because it's classic MCM, but it's reversed because you have the black for the base and then the tan color for the logo. A lot of their shoppers are reversible, but this one obviously with the zipper is not. And y'all, when I tell you the price, now you know I'm always looking for a deal. And contrary to what they say, outlets are not automatically a deal, because those stuff in those outlet stores was crazy. Also, you can tell a quality piece because where the leather lines up, you will see that it will be symmetrical. And you can see that here on this side of the purse, as well as this side of the purse. It does not have feet, but it has this leather like padding to add an extra layer for when you sit your purse down. You'll notice the piping all around the bottom. The stitching is uniform, and these are just the types of things you look for in a quality piece. You also notice that the studs, at first I thought they were silver, they're actually black, so they kind of blend in. You will notice the tag right here, very easy to tuck in. If you are someone who trades out or gets rid of their items, their luxury items often, I would suggest keeping that tag on and tucking it in as you wear it, because if you go to a consignment shop or a website like Fashion File or Real, you will undoubtedly get more money if you have that tag on. Also keep your original packaging, the dust bag, even the bag that it came in. Offering all those items will increase how much you'll be able to get for your product. But y'all, my total, this bag was $279. Tax was $18. So for $297, under $300. The regular price on this was $800, $798. I assume it probably wasn't selling with as good as with that reverse pattern with the black on the bottom, but I like it because that's what's unique about it, which means a lot of people aren't going to have it. So there you have the complete haul. If you have enjoyed this, again, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell so that you never miss an upload from me. I appreciate you watching this. I know you have lots of things you could be doing with your time if you've chosen to watch me. So To all my current subscribers, I thank you so much. And to all my potential subscribers, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, subscribe. All right, you guys, be safe out there.